Hello and welcome back to Knights HQ podcast, brought to you by Maxwell Recruitment and Training. Highly skilled labour hire, real world training from engineering, trades, construction to office administration. My name is Jay Nelson, and let's be honest, I am the Robin to this Batman. I'm here with Matt Croker.
For some reason, when you said that, I thought you were going down the Robin Hood sort of territory, and I go, this metaphor's not going to work here. But you saved it.
Yeah,
you saved it.
Thank you.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good.
How was Sunday?
Sunday was really good. Yeah, Sunday felt good. After what we did against Para, felt good to go out and get a pretty big win.
And I'm actually happy too, because the wives and the mothers of some of the players with kids and stuff made a guard of honour for you boys as you ran out. Yeah. And I got a great photo of your mum.
Yeah, my nan.
Yeah, and your nan as well. Yeah. And I was like, they were both smiling, having a great time. Yeah. I think they were watching your as I'm calling the names out, they're putting the photos up on the big screen. Yeah, and I caught them in a really good moment. They're both having a great time. So I'm glad I got to take that photo, because I know it's a good memory.
It was a good one.
Family.
It looked really good. The family was happy. Yep. Nan's so funny, mate. She doesn't speak a whole heap of English. Yeah. So when we'd all ran on, Mum had sort of walked off and they were trying to get Nan off the field, and she sort of didn't realise what was going on. And she's just standing there looking at all the people in the crowd going, oh, this is so cool. And, they ended up getting her off eventually. But like you said, there was a big win against the Titans, and we have an ex-Titan today joining us on the podcast, the Wrecking Ball, Greg Marzhew. How are you, bro?
Nah, all good. Happy to be here.
Happy to be back, actually. Yeah. Because we did record about 10 minutes of a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and Greg just got taken out because he had to go get a scan, and we ended up having to stop that one. So you're back for a second go, mate. Excited?
Yeah. Fingers crossed I can go.
And just off the bat, that segue, ex-Titan, blah blah blah, from what we're talking about.
Thanks, mate.
You're on one today. You're on one.
Just had a double shot coffee, mate. Freaking sweating and stuff.
Hey, Greg, same with you, mate. How was Sunday? How'd you feel going up against your old club? You know, you got to go over for a try. You did what you did. You're making meters. You're carrying blokes on your back. How was it?
No, it was good. I think we started off the week pretty mean. So I think that's what kind of took us into that mode to just go out there and just really put on a performance. But yeah, it was good to try and to verse the old boys and just to get over with them. It felt good.
Was there any trash talk on the field? I sort of don't remember too much.
No, there was no trash talk. They know I didn't have the engine just to talk back, so they didn't bother. So yeah, just a few. Oh, I love you. That's about it.
No, good stuff. Well, mate, look, we're going to start off today with a player quiz. We do this with a lot of our guests. We sort of test their knowledge of their own career. How do you feel about that? Do you reckon you know a lot about yourself or remember a lot about yourself in your career?
This is take 2 for the segment.
Well, it's funny because he read the answers last time, and we just recorded it as if he didn't know the answers.
But enough times passed.
And we'll go, mate, just play dumb. But I don't think he actually does know the answers now. So, all right, JJ, you kick it off, man.
So, mate, number one, we always start with your debut. You made yours in round 13 of the 2021 season. You scored a try against the Storm. Do you remember the number you wore that game?
Just talking about this.
Oh, please be 21?
No, it's 20.
20. No, it's 20.
The other way.
Yeah. So that's pretty close.
Okay,
close.
So at least that shows,
it was in the 20s.
At least that shows he doesn't remember him because he had 2 stabs at it and he got them both wrong. Okay, mate.
Joking. I'll do it properly.
Here we go. What is your average run meters per game this season?
Oh,
I'll give you a hint. It's under 200.
I'll go 150, 160.
Oh, way higher. Come on, man. 195.
190. Yeah, 195. That's my guess.
Yeah. Oh, 195. Yeah, correct. Yeah, well done. Yeah, fantastic. 195. Wow. Yeah, no, there it is. Number 3, mate. In 2016, you represented the Junior Kiwis against the Junior Kangaroos. Do you remember the score of that game?
Can I just say no? You want me to take a guess at that point?
Have a stab.
Did someone have 20?
Yes. High scoring game.
That's what I remember. It was close?
Yeah.
Okay. 28?
Nah. Close. 2034.
Oh, okay.
Who else was in that Kiwi side? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, that was 2016?
Yeah.
2016.
Oh, far out. Had a few guns in there. 2016. Murata, Brendan Smith. Wow, we had a few.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Brendan Smith, Remus Smith. Because I was in 2 years, so I get them mixed up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I know a few of the older.
So when did you go again? 2017? Or yeah, sweet. Did you win that game? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, we got flogged too.
Thanks for bringing it up, Chris.
Proud Aussie, mate.
I'd prefer these points than others.
Okay, mate. You were named in the Holden Cup, which is the under-20s back in the day, Team of the Year in 2017. Do you know which current teammates were also named in that team?
Teammates or teammate?
Your current teammate that was also named.
Nah, I can only remember Kalen Ponga.
Yeah,
that's correct. Yes, well done, well done.
Good ear, man. That was smart. That was really good.
How many tries have you scored in your NRL career so far from 32 games?
Does this include the one on the weekend, Jimmy?
Oh, it's updated. Yeah, bro.
I still wouldn't have got it.
I'll give you a hint. It's between 1 and 100.
So 2. Flip. I'll go 15.
Ooh. Higher. One more guess.
19?
Close. 22.
Oh, 22. I'll
22.
I'll take that.
Nice one.
22.
You scored on debut. What was that like?
Oh, I mean, it was nice, but I didn't do anything. Legit.
Oh, really?
I literally, like typical winger, just grab the ball and put it out. Okay. Patrick Herbert done all the work. Thanks, mate.
Shout out to him.
Yo.
Mate, look, you've been in Newey now for a little while. How do you like it?
Nah, I'm loving it here. The boys are mean. No.
We can tell on the field you're obviously enjoying your football, but off the field is this a place that the family are enjoying? And you've got a young kid. How many kids? You have one kid, right?
I got
two now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they love it here.
Yeah.
So the place that I'm renting out is got a big backyard, so they just love running around back there. But if we do decide to go out, there's a lot of places to go visit. Like little time zones and especially the beach, but it's a bit cold now, so just let them run in the backyard. Keep the heart rate up.
What was it like when you first come here? Because it was a bit of a sort of quick deal that happened, and you swapped with Chris Randall. It all sort of happened pretty fast. What do you sort of remember from it?
Oh man, it happened like really quick. 1 minute I was in Thailand, and then the next I'm getting ready to drive up here. Down here. So. I was nervous because I didn't know anyone here. This was the only club I didn't know any players in. But I was kind of excited. Like I was more excited for the journey and something new. And like even meeting Adzi, Adam O'Brien, just kind of really put that. Like it just really made me feel a bit more comfortable. I was just ready to rip in and get going with all the boys.
You mentioned Adzi before. Was there anything else about Newcastle or the club itself that sort of drew you here?
No, I'm not sure. It was just kind of like it was like more in the moment. Like I just wanted to play some footy for a team that I know would back me, and I think that the Knights were really keen to put me in the front.
Yeah.
Running too.
So you said you talked to Adzi and that kind of put your mind at ease a little bit about, obviously you don't want to go into any detail about that conversation, but is there anything that you can sort of share with us that kind of, was it like the style of play or, just the way that his coaching philosophy is or how he...
I thought like just his character, I just really like got on with him real easy. I'm a dry guy, but he would laugh at what I was saying. So it was like, it was sweet. But like he was really cool. It was just, it was different.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a bit about like sort of where you are now. But if we go back, you started your journey in New Zealand. Is that right?
Yeah.
And so when did you come over to Australia?
So I moved to Melbourne in about around 2011, 2012. I stayed there for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I moved back to New Zealand where my mum and sister were. And then we decided to move to Brisbane just to her family and live with them. So that was around 2014, 2013.
And then when did sort of all the footy start kicking off? Because I remember versing you in 20s back in like 2017, I think it might have been. So when were you sort of getting picked up by clubs?
It would be after. So I made a rep team back in Harold Matts for the Storm when I was in Melbourne, and that was about it. So I didn't really take footy too seriously. It wasn't a big thing for me. But I did love the sport, but it just wasn't. I didn't see myself making it into the big leagues. But then after 2014, when I graduated from school, I was lucky enough to get a gig with the Titans in their academy, and then just kind of went through the ranks there. Played Melbourne for GC, and then got picked up into the 20s in 2015, and that's when pretty much started.
Yeah, because you went to Para. You were at Para for a little bit as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
And then you found your way back to the Titans. So just tell us all about that. Like, did you have to move by yourself, or what was the go?
Yeah, so I moved to Para into my cousins. Moved in with my cousin, and they signed me for 3 years. I was in the talks with GC for signing for a 2-year extension from 2016 onwards, and then I had done my ACL. And then they kind of just backflipped, and then Para just offered a bit more security, so I decided to go with that option.
Mate, you also, off the field and off footy stuff, you also share a big love for content, photography and videography and things like that. And, we've had heaps of conversations about that on the bus and things like that, because that's, we share that sort of, that passion for that sort of stuff. Where did that come from? Is that something you just sort of picked up, like, recently, or has it always been something you've interested in, or?
I think it kind of went back to when I was younger. So like no, not younger. Like growing up, I didn't really see any photos of myself as a baby. I still don't know what I look like as a baby. So it's just kind of
probably very cute.
Yeah. Nothing's changed.
I'd like to think so, but So like I wasn't able to see those moments, and I think capturing moments just kind of really stuck with me, and the whole mechanics behind the lens, and once you know your stuff, it just kind of makes things more precious. So so when I do capture things now, I'm able to go back to and look at those things and remember the whole journey of that day and what came up to trying to get that shot. So so I think it all came down to like not having those baby photos just really made me want to just capture moments and be able to I would say like just be able to enjoy looking back at photos and remember.
So how are the kids with that now? Are they like, Dad, put the camera away, we just want to get on with it, or?
Nah, their mum does a good job of documenting their lives, so I'm just chilling with my feet up on the couch.
I was saying, actually, it's funny you mentioned that. My old man sent me a photo of me and my little sister in like 1992 or 3 or something, and it's an old 35mm film, disposable camera shot. And I'm the same as you. I have a few photos of me as a young kid, but like not that many. And I was like, like before you had an iPhone in your pocket, you needed your camera film roll and your camera just to be on you at all times to take those shots and stuff. Now we take it for granted. Yeah, very limited. So
24 shots. Roll.
Mate, the other love you've got too is anime, which is obviously, kind of, it's linked to photography and stuff like that, but animation and Japanese cartoons and things like that. What did that start as a kid, or is this like watching Dragon Ball Z on Cheese TV in the morning or something like that? Where did that start?
I was always into Dragon Ball Z. Like growing up, I remember watching Dragon Ball Z a lot. Man, I fell in love with it right when I was in Paris. So I was living in a unit, so just had a lot of time after training, and my older brother Albert, he kind of told me, might as well just get into it and see what you think. And I was like hardcore Dragon Ball Z. I was like, no cartoon or anime would beat Dragon Ball Z. I was just like, and then once I watched Naruto, man, the storyline behind that, like it's just well thought out. It's just like blew Dragon Ball Z out of the park. So
you're hooked.
Like, so and then I just kept giving chances to like more and more animes, and now that's how my journey started.
Yeah, nice.
Back on your photography, is that something you could sort of see yourself doing after footy?
I hope to try and get into it. It's just one of those hobbies that I picked up that I can probably try and master, but then at the same time just hold there as a profession if I do. But I'm trying to like check out what other stuff I like and not cross out anything else. So.
And if you're interested, definitely add Greg on Instagram, because he puts up photos and things on his story. And you did a little
makes a little videos.
He did a little vid of Brixton and Braddy and Axie and Freeze up at the coffee shop and that.
Basic, but
no, liked it. 100%. No, seriously.
Making it for Sunny Boy too. A little shout out to Sunny Boy. Trying to get a free coffee.
Cup of coffees.
Just 1 year subscription.
Mate, look, let's go back to footy. you know, people sort of, I guess, know you for sort of your style of play and how you attack the game. Is that something that you have in your mind as how like you want to play, like the things that you're known for, those tough carries out of your own end, you know, doing all those hard yards, being really good with finishing in the corner, things like that. Is that something that you sort of pride yourself on, or is that sort of a byproduct of something else you're trying to do?
Nah, 100%. That's I pride myself in that. And like I want the boys to know that that's my gameplay. So if we're ever stuck in the trying to get out of our try area or anything like that, I want to be the guy to be able to get us on a roll. So because I know that the boys rely on me for that, I try and put my hand up and try and get us out of those situations. But I mean, finishing in corners is not my thing. I can't jump crap. So
I was going to ask, because you were a really good dancer growing up. And no, I'm being serious. He actually was. He did a lot of hip hop dancing and stuff. Yeah. Was footy always sort of your thing? Like, did you always think you were going to be a footy player or not?
Nah, not at all. I was pretty much. Yeah, I was really zoned into dancing and went to America for dancing too. So, footy wasn't really my thing. I started kind of late, and I think that's why I didn't fall out of love with it, because I started so late. It's just kind of You
went to America, so did you compete over there?
Yeah.
What for? Who, for like Australia or for yourself?
So we've represented New Zealand, and
right. Sorry,
gotcha. So we represented New Zealand. They have different age groups.
Yeah.
So this was when I was still in primary school, just going into college, and so I was in the juniors division, and so you verse people from groups from all around the world. So it's called World Hip Hop Championship.
How'd you go? Any good?
Our first year, so we made it through to the finals. We came second, and then we went to the finals, and because they're so strict on how they critique the dancers and all the judges, one of our guys had a hair extension and it fell out. And so deducted points.
What?
So we dropped back down to fourth. So
you're kidding?
Yeah.
How many years did you go there? Like you said, your first year. How many years did you compete?
No, I went twice.
Twice.
The second year, I didn't think we were as good. So but that first year was a really good shot.
Mate, that would have been a buzz. Yeah. Like a young kid going over to America to dance for your country. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were dancing, and the competition was Las Vegas too. So
wow.
So we went and witnessed the strip at a young age, and crazy.
Eye-opening experience.
Have you still got it, lad? Be honest.
Nah.
Yes, you do. I knew that. You do. You're a good singer too.
Yeah. I feel like
while I'm on the back of giving you a rap,
I feel like we're talking to someone that's led two separate lives almost, right?
But like he sort of has, because then he just pulls out like he's so into like his movie scores and his anime and like reading and photography and that, and then you just see him on the field just running over blokes. It's so good.
And it's funny, like you talk to Greg, and like obviously in the sort of the industry I'm in, you know, you talk to a lot of creative people and stuff, and talking to you is pretty much the exact same thing, except you're just really good at running a footy. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a double-edged thing. Look, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this on Knights HQ with more with Greg Marzhew. See you soon. Score a limited edition Pie Guy long sleeve street tee, general admission to 3 games, and a digital membership card with our Gen K membership. Join the crew at knightshub.com.au. Welcome back to Knights HQ podcast, brought to you by Maxwell Recruitment and Training. I'm Jay Nelson. I'm here with my co-host Matt Croker, and we're here with our special guest today, Knights winger Greg Marzhew. Greg, we're going to do the tune of the week. Now, the reason that we chose to do tune of the week with your episode is because you have a really cool view on what your favourite music is, which is you're a big fan of movie scores, which again ties into the anime, ties into photography, videography, the whole thing. So what we've got here is you're a big Hans Zimmer guy. What do you feel is the greatest Hans Zimmer score of all time?
Before we get there, how did you get into music scores? Because it's not just like everyday headphone tunes, you know. Like, how'd you get into that?
Even with photography, like even I've got family members who are really into it. Like I've got older brothers who are into that, so it kind of helped me learn my craft with that kind of stuff. And so they were really into music scores too. So like just
kind
feeding
of
off their
came down.
energy.
Yeah.
Because they would just listen to it, and I'm like, you just kind of learn the appreciation. Like when they talk about it, you just like, oh, okay, I see what they're talking about here. And like scores, music scores. Movies are nothing without scores. Like
100%.
You won't feel the moods that you feel without the music in the background. So it's kind of crazy how they really like hit the emotions. So.
Yeah, like if Jack is falling off the door in Titanic, but there's like the Benny Hill music going in the background, it kind of kills the mood, right?
It's like, is this supposed to be sad or is it like
exactly.
Something you never really think of, is it?
Yeah,
like you just sort of watch a movie and you just like. I notice it when I watch TV shows a bit. Like I've watched a TV show called Dark, and it's like a Russian one or something. But if it wasn't for the music in the background, it wouldn't be as like intimidating. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
you know you've done it well. And this is what I believe, if you close your eyes and listen to what's going on, the music should be telling the same story as what you're seeing.
Ooh.
So when those two things intertwine together, it's...
That's Interstellar right there.
Yeah, man. It's real good. So, Hans Zimmer, what's your go-to? Who's the big dog?
Oh, man, I can't go past Lion King. I can't go past Gladiator. Like,
the
and those, like...
Disney usually knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Lion King's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
I'll probably say his scoring in Lion King will probably be.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's done some good ones.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Bro, what the hell? I'm just looking it up. He's done Interstellar, he's done The Lion King, Gladiator, Inception, The Dark Knight, The Da Vinci Code, even like Kung Fu Panda.
If you see a movie and he's
he's done scoring. Spirit.
I know.
Oh, Spirit's a good film, man.
Yeah. So if you see a movie and he's doing it, you got to know.
It's
all the Pirates of the Caribbean. So that theme song is him.
Yeah.
Right.
And Christopher Nolan's my favorite director ever.
Really?
He's the guy that did all the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Have
you seen the
him and Hans are like,
yeah, right.
If he's doing a movie, Hans is on it. So very, very cool.
Have you seen the new trailer for Christopher Nolan's new film?
Oppenheimer?
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Really good.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? I nerded out on a. You'll enjoy this, Greg. So, Nolan shoots with IMAX cameras, and because IMAX is large format cinema, they don't shoot on 35mm film. They shoot on 70mm film, and the way that they shoot it is like, it's hard to explain, but basically they use as much film as they can per scene. Where if you cut one frame of the movie film out of the 70mm film, you can literally look at it like a photograph, like a negative in detail. And they need it to be that big. So when they put it up on the projector for IMAX cinema, it'll actually fill in the space that the cinema is. Like, that's a very layman's terms version of it. Went down a bit of a rabbit hole of it.
I remember you talking about
it. Dude, so cool. So Oppenheimer, when it comes out, Croaks, there are certain cinemas that will project a 70mm film version of it on an actual IMAX screen.
Yeah, right.
Like certain IMAX things will actually show you it the way that they actually shot the film to the film.
Yeah, sweet.
Very, very cool.
Very, very cool. Very interesting.
Yeah, again, layman's terms. Someone that knows more than me will just shoot that down. But it's very, 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 very cool. Look, mate, we're going to finish off today with some fan questions. And, you know, there's a lot of them out there.
Thanks to everyone who jumped onto the Instagram to...
We always appreciate the fans getting in and asking us a few questions. So, mate, the first one here is from Coop_3111. He said, "Hey, mate, just wondering if Greg owns the bench press record in the team."
I think he owns the record of all time.
All time?
We don't know yet. We haven't properly tested it, I don't think.
Well, you'd have it.
You'd have something, wouldn't you? What do you bench?
What would be... Yeah, but
we haven't tested.
I think you've got it. You and Frizz would have it.
Yeah, we'll go with Frizz.
I think you've got him.
I think Frizz will.
What's the most you've ever done for one rep? I think that's what they want to know.
190.
I thought there was a video of you doing 200.
No, it was 190.
It was 190.
190.
I wish it was 200.
Far out.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, 200 would be better, eh?
200 would, just tell people 200, right? No one's going to question it. Look at you. All right, second question. I can't really pronounce this username. So it's just, they'll know if they asked it. What's the first position you ever played in footy?
Halfback.
Oh, I never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah, so just I never passed the ball, but
running half.
First receiver just running.
Yeah. Because you played a little bit of front row off the bench.
Oh yeah, I was training there at the Titans, and I wanted to try and be that ball playing lock, but obviously my passing skills wasn't up to scratch.
I never knew that. Halfback. There you go.
And next question is from, I'm going to say Kynan06. He asked, who has the worst haircut in the team?
Worst haircut? Oh, man. Sorry, Jack. Jack Johns came in with a new fresh haircut.
Oh, you didn't like it? The skin fade, you didn't like that?
Oh, it wasn't a skin fade. It was a bit of a... There was no blend. Oh. Sorry, Jack. That was the only thing I could think of. I'm sorry, bro. Love you, man.
At least he's honest. Last one, mate. This is from a Sophie Shinbone. She asked, she said, love your work. What's been your favourite moment in the night so far?
I think... I can't go past my club debut.
Yeah.
Far out. The home game, the crowds were just roaring, man, and we got the dub. So, I think that was probably my...
What game was that? Was that
against Raiders?
Raiders, yep.
Good game.
What a day. What a day. Well, listen, mate, thanks heaps for coming on for the second time. We appreciate it.
We made it, guys. We made it.
I hope everyone sort of learned a little bit extra about Greg, because I definitely have, so... Thank you, mate.
And again, if you're on Instagram, add Greg, man. You'll get to see all his works, photos, a few videos and things like that. If you want to look at some of his work outside of footy, definitely do that. Look, you can subscribe and leave a review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We drop the full video versions of each podcast on our channel, and you can subscribe, and hit notification bells to be notified when that happens. There's also plenty happening around the Knights, and the best way to stay up to date is our club website and also our social media channels, which is at NRL Knights. That's for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the whole deal. We'd also like to thank once again Maxwell Recruitment and Training for bringing you this episode of the podcast. Greg, once again, mate, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Croaks, it's been a pleasure, brother.
Thanks, JJ.
We'll see you on the next one. See ya.